Well, good afternoon, cyber viewers out there in the great world. It's Saturday. Oh, what's the date today? Let's have a look. It's the 26th, Saturday. And the time now, 7 minutes past 7. Right. I'm not going to say it's been in the news because all the news channels have been wiped out. Tommy Robinson. Now there's a man for you. A man who thinks about the British people, loves the British people, and actually stands up for the British people. Now, I don't know if any of you saw what happened yesterday on his live stream. He was arrested outside the court. And the arrest was for breach of the peace, really. And within 2 hours, he was put back into prison to serve 13 months. Really. Now, no legal representation, nothing. And the judge ordered this from inside the court. Now, Tommy Robinson, outside the court, not doing anything wrong, just reporting the facts to people like you and me around the UK to let you know exactly what's going on inside the courts, who's in there, and what they're in there for. Oh no. Now, this is where the police state comes in. According to what I've just heard from Alex Jones on InfoWars, D notices were set against all media outlets, even RT News. I'm really surprised at that. Nobody can report what's going on. Nobody can put anything. But if you're slagging off Tommy Robinson, or it's anything against Tommy Robinson, you can report it. But if it's siding with Tommy Robinson on what he's doing, it's not posted, it's not put up, it's not heard, it's stripped down, it's taken off Facebook, every other media channel, you name it, they've blocked it. Now, I'm sorry, this country of ours here in the UK is not a police state yet. If the government in their great wisdom thought for 1 minute that they was going to turn this country into a police state, there would be an automatic revolution, believe you me. We might not have shotguns, we might not have knives, but a nice bit of 4x2 round the back of the ear hole of these draconian arseholes goes an awful long way. You know, you can only force people so much. It's not even in our charter that they can take away our freedom of speech, but they have. If you talk about it, anybody affiliated with it, to anything to do with it, you talk about it, you can get arrested and be silenced. You can be put away. Really, really. Now, when it gets to that type of thing in this country, that is a police state. All right, Che, I'll be with you in a minute, mate. Yeah, all right. Yeah. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute, mate. Sorry about that. This is what it's all about. Now, is this what you really want in this country? You know, advocating child rape, child abuse, young ladies, even boys, it doesn't matter what it is, it's hushed up, it's put out in the news, it's silenced. Because the government want you to, you know, affiliate with these people. We've got to join in with them, we've got to love the things they do. You know, really, really. Like I said in my last blog yesterday, or the day before, if you or I went to any of those countries and did a fraction of what they do here, well, they'd dig a hole and put you in it and stone you to death, or they'd chop your head off in public, or they'd burn you alive, or they'll cut off all your small pieces, put them in your mouth and then cook you, and anything else they think they could do to ridicule you and make you live in fear. Really. Is this what the world's coming to now? That we could be swamped out, and I'm not saying anything about people, where they come from. I'm talking about a religion. Religion is not people. People come from all over the place. Religion is just a name. Islam. You could come from Africa, Australia, Bengal. You don't matter where you come from in the world. That's what you was born, but your religion is Muslim. Now, like I said, I got nothing against Muslims. There's an awful lot of Muslims out there that really just do not want to have anything to do with this, what's going on. But unfortunately, they all get tarred with the same brush, because the very people that are in court at the moment, 3/4 of them are called Mohammed. Woohoo! Isn't that a coincidence, eh? You know, everybody gets tarred with the same brush. Now, I'm sorry, I get stuck into Facebook jail for using the word Musrat, and all I'm talking about is a small bunch of people which are terrorists, and I choose to call them Musrats. I don't call Muslims Musrats. Muslims are Muslims. Musrats are these horrible little minority force of shit in this world that major companies and corporations seem to back to stir up war and do horrendous things to get us feeling sorry, frightened and living in fear. No, I'm sorry, at my age I don't really give a shit. If somebody came up to me wielding a freaking great knife, and I'm going to cut your head off, say good luck with that one, mate. You can have a fucking go, but whether you're still standing by the time I finish with you will be another fucking thing. Excuse my language, but I am really pissed off with this. I cannot believe I'm living in a country, the UK, that stops people from reporting what's happening to our people, our children, our women. And where's Theresa May and Boris Johnson? Only not a month ago, you heard those pair of twats in the government accusing the Russians of this, that and the other, taking us to the brink of war in the middle of a frickin' night on a weekend when we was all asleep. That was really important, wasn't it? Whoa, frickin' hell! But here we are, we've got a trial going on of this scum that do this to us, our people, our women, my sisters, you know, kids, my son's sister, kids, your mum, your grandma. They don't give a shit how old you are. If your grandmother's there, they'll shag her and most probably beat her up, nick everything and then kill her, and they don't give a shit. But as soon as somebody says, oh, hang on a minute, what are Muslims? D-notice, per D-notice on it, no one's you mustn't notice, we can't have anybody knowing about this, we've got to hush it up. Really, you know, I'm going to tell you this now, I'll tell you from the bottom of my heart, the next election that comes around in this country, there won't be a fucking Conservative in that government, I can guarantee you that. This has put a stain on every character in this country. It's stained us. Not only our morals, our beliefs, our minds, everything has been stained because we got a government that condones this fucking crap. Really. I tell you something, I couldn't care. If a person was in uniform, I couldn't give a shit. If I caught anybody messing with my son's kids, I fucking kill them where they stand. That's a fact. And if they want to put me in prison for saying that, fucking good job. I don't care. I am sick and tired of living in a country that's run by a bunch of fucking mindless morons that need to fucking wake up. There you are. I'm so pissed off. I don't think a lot of you have seen me like this. Years ago, and I'm talking a long time ago, when I was a biker, then you might have seen the raw side of me. You would have seen me out in the street fighting with my mates. And when we fought, mate. You either ended up in hospital, busted up or whatever, but we fought. But we're not allowed to do that today. No, we're really not allowed to do that today. We can't go out and protect ourselves. We can't protect our family. Oh no, you've got to phone the police. Well, fuck the fucking police. They're being disbanded now. We've got this fucking new pile of shit that's coming out that you've got to pay extra for in your taxes. Really? Really? And what the fuck are they going to protect? Are they going to be standing outside Mothercare? Because that's about all they're bloody well fit for. They won't protect you or me, and they'll all want cars to run around in, but they'll all be in twos. There won't be nobody walking down the fucking street like they should be. Really? Really? There was a time down here when I had my own security company here where I live. And I had to put a report in the middle of the night. I would like an armed response unit, please. I've got guys out here using rifles. Do you know how long it fucking took them to get here? 3/4 of an hour. One copper turns up in a Volvo estate. Short sleeve shirt on. He's got a torch that's only about as good enough to light up the fucking underneath of your stairs. And I said to him, where the hell have you been? And he said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, one copper, armed response. It's taken you 3/4 of an hour to fucking get here. Oh, well, I was out on another job and I had to go back to the station and draw out a weapon to come up here. Really? Really? 3/4 of a pissing hour. I was here on the spot. I could have gone over there and knocked those two bastards on the head, but I didn't. Because I'm not allowed to. I had to go by a set of rules. That's what I was trained for. So I get my little notebook out and write the times and everything in. And I get some commoner that turns up 3/4 of an hour late, one, with a torch that won't light up piss all. And I said, well mate, you go in there with your torch, I'll go up round the back of here with my torch. I said, you'll see them. Well, I've got a torch, well I did have a torch, I've sold it now. You know, 1,000,000 candle power with a lens the size of a freaking dinner plate. When I switched that bastard on, there the two pricks were standing in the middle of fucking with their rifles. They got caught. There you go. And then when a copper comes up to me, he said, well, how do you know they're there? Well, I said, well, I've got this little gadget here called night vision. Oh, where'd you get that? I said, well, you can buy them in Lidl's for 99 quid. God, I wish we had something like that. I said, well, go down and buy one. You switch it on and just look out into the pitch blackness and it's daylight. I'm a security man on my own business. I got this shit, but the police ain't. Anyway, I've diverted from what I was going to say. If you can get locked up just for standing outside a court, live streaming on your phone, saying, this is actually what's going on in a court. So you're not in there listening to the court, you're not writing any notes down, you're outside the court. Breach of the peace, you're under arrest. We're going to lock you up. You do not get a chance to phone your brief, you do not get a chance to phone anybody. But fortunately enough, there was enough other people there with phones that were recording poor old Tom getting arrested. And the only channel that you will find it on at the moment, live streaming it, is InfoWars, Alex Jones. I suggest you get on your PCs, tune into it, find out what the hell's going on. You know? My God. I fought for this poxy country at one time. Yeah. Fought for what I believed in. But if anybody said to me now, we need you, you're military trained, will you pick up arms and support? Oh no, I fucking well won't. I said, you want to fight your fucking wars? You go out there, you put a uniform on, you pick the fucking rifle up, you shoot the enemy. But I'm not. Who do you swear your allegiance to now in this country? The Queen? The government? The fucking EU? There's 3 you can fucking pick. And not one of them have got the fucking balls to do anything. But they do love telling you what to do and take our money so they can sit in their fucking ivory towers. Really? Really? Time for a change, I think, my friends. And I'm really sorry that you've had to listen to me like this. It's because I am so goddamn pissed off with this poxy country. Well, not so much the country, it's the fucking wankers that run it. Time for them to go. Have a good weekend, my friends. I'm going to calm down now. Take a few pills to get my blood pressure down. I'm so pissed off. So please enjoy the rest of your weekend. God bless. See you later.